Hello there, my name is Alaydriem and welcome back to InfraSpace, the traffic simulator disguised as a city builder in space. So at the end of last episode, we had solved some of our traffic dilemmas that we had going on, and also at the very end of the episode unlocked highways. So today in this episode, what I would like to do is be a little bit more forward planning and forward thinking about how we continue to build out and expand our city and add in some highways and some highway interchanges. Now, I am no highway engineer and I have no civil engineering experience of any kind whatsoever, but I'm pretty good at following pictures that I can find on the internet. So we're gonna go ahead and give that a shot about building some actual highways in our city and also trying to optimize it for the future. Now, in our pursuit of being more forward thinking, what I'd like to do is build a large interchange that will hopefully serve as the hub of our city, planet, world, whatever we're calling this, colony, space colony. And I want this to be the place where all the traffic kind of meets up and then diverges to any of the appropriate places that it needs to go. So anything coming from the north can get down into our city. Anything that our cities may generate can be shipped out to maybe a train yard here in the future. And then anything from the far distant lands of the map that we haven't quite touched yet can be delivered to either location. So I'm going to build a design that I found on the internet, and for the life of me, when I was re-recording this, could not find later. You're just going to have to trust me that this is what the picture looked like. So we're going to have traffic going in this north-south direction here. Traffic is going to go slightly elevated so that we have some ramps, and it's going to extend out sort of in this oval shape. This is going to make it easy for us to connect the other sides going in the easternly and westernly direction to any other direction that we want to go. So you're coming from the west side here, you'll be able to go to the north, the south, or the east just by following the road. So along that east-west direction, we're gonna draw two little markers here right in the middle, and then we're gonna continue that here on the other side. And then what I'm going to do is actually bridge this up and go over this road just a little bit. So we're going to extend that up just right here as so, go up one more level, and then carry this all the way over, and then hopefully try to make this as symmetrical as possible. I found that making things symmetrical in this game is actually pretty complicated, and then you get like super weird hilly roads like this, which frankly just look absolutely bizarre. So let's see if we can fix that real quick. Maybe we can just go all the way down. That looks a little bit better. Yeah, okay. I guess maybe gonna have to be just a straight shot down from that ramp, up from that ramp, down to this road right over here. I think that looks so, like when you connect a piece of road, it actually kind of snaps and causes it to change after you've done it, which I think is a little weird of a feature, but oh well, we'll make it work. So now we have our east-west traffic sorted, and now we just really need to connect all of these up together. And the picture that I saw had these large, basically a large circle that went around everything here. So let's go ahead and find the location of an interchange that we want to find. We're going to use these one lane off ramps, and we're just going to connect it over here to this edge, and that should make a pretty nice circle. That actually makes a really nice circle. Look at that. So now traffic from any of these lanes are able to get to this other direction here very easily. Then we're going to come over here and allow the traffic to merge in either of the other two directions. Now, in the design that I saw online, this was supposed to come off from about right here and then curve on and sweep to the inside and make these beautiful overlapping oval thingies, and I just couldn't get this to work in InfraSpace. I could not get the curves to work. So we're going to do it on the outsides. That seems to be how the game wants it to be done. But now we have traffic from the east-west able to get on the north-south lanes. And we're just going to repeat that process right over here. And ooh, look at that steep ramp. Ooh, we might have to fix that a little bit later. That's a little bit steep, but don't worry, the cars in InfraSpace can seem to manage it. They don't mind the hills. But now we got to sort out the traffic directions in the other way. So we're going to come over here and create a off-ramp from here. It's a one lane and then zips right here, maybe into the center. And then we're gonna make this so it's actually the same here on the other side. And let's see, where does that need to come off at? I think it needs to come off back here just a little bit. Yeah, let's do that. I'm trying to make this as symmetrical as possible. I'm really struggling with that, but there we go. That should click in. No, made that a little bit too long. Let's try this one more time. Off ramp, down, curve just a little bit, go straight, and connect into the road right about there. It looks parallel. Good. So now we have ourselves a massive interchange here in the middle of our city. And now we can start building up some entrance and exit ramps. So coming into our city, I want to actually move these oxygen and carbon factories out of the way so that we can have ourselves an actual interchange. And then right here in the spot that we carved out, I'm going to build a overpass that will go over this main road and allow us to connect it somehow. I haven't quite figured that part out yet. So maybe this? No, I don't think that will work. That only gives us exit ramps from the main. We want on ramps. Maybe we can do something like this. We have these circle figure 8-like junctions. Will this work? No, that looks hideous. All right, so after much trouble, I eventually settled on this, and I know it doesn't actually go every direction, but I think it goes all the directions that I care about for the time being. So what we want to do after this is wire this up to our main road. And I would have to say, after building all this, thank someone who has highway engineering experience, because this is a lot harder than it looks like. I also built another highway interchange over here in this area, and it is equally as ugly, but I think it's what a figure 8 pattern should actually look like. I think it's actually quite horrendous, but I think it'll get the job done, and hopefully it'll allow me to connect everything up to this area over here. And because we have the resources, we have quite a bit of concrete. I'm just going to go ahead and upgrade all of these roads, so hopefully our traffic coming off of them can actually start going a little bit faster. Though I suspect if this is anything like real life, adding more lanes and faster lanes might actually make things worse long term. So we're gonna have to actually see and find out if making our roads faster actually makes them worse. Oh, and apparently when we replace the roads, we delete all the traffic on it. So oops, sorry. But now with our highways all connected, let's take a look and see how things are going. It looks like traffic is flowing very smoothly, though it looks like things are doing some weird figure 8s. Yeah, we'll have a figure 8 there that'll solve that. Traffic seems to be moving pretty smoothly from all of our industrial areas. Not having any problems that I'm seeing right now, but that doesn't mean that we won't have problems a little bit later. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of these little loops here as well, because I think they're actually causing some bigger problems. But yeah, we now have highways inside of our cities, and oh, the traffic's actually starting to build up actually. Things are very efficient here. I really like how that works, and we just ignore the fact that the cars stopped at the exit ramp. We just ignore that for right now. Maybe, yeah, we'll take that out. They'll go a little bit faster. So yeah, home appliances are now entering the city, and I just realized that, oh, they're doing a weird roundabout thing right there. It's okay. We'll fix it. We'll fix it. Traffic is moving smoothly for now, and that's all I really wanted for my first highway interchange I've ever built. But the point of building all of these crazy highway interchanges is that we actually need to bring in some more resources, and we needed the infrastructure to solve it. You see, all of our habitats are in desperate need of computers, and we can't actually level up our city until we have computers being delivered. And for that, we're going to have to make some new factories. And if we come over here to the factory tab, we have computer factory, which requires some microchips and some processors, and it requires a whole bunch of things. So we're going to go ahead and build a separate and second large industrial area where all of our electronic-y like things are going to be built at, and then hopefully start getting our city upgraded to a point where we can have level 4 habitats. Now, one of the things I really enjoy about this game is that you do not get punished, at least super severely, for building thousands of factories and then just not allocating people to it, because you can have this allocation slider here on the left that lets us decide where people are going to work and how much of a resource we're actually going to make. So what I like to do in these types of games, just in general, is add all the factories that we need to do, find out what their bonuses need to be, and then from there, we can kind of optimize how our people flow in, because I don't think we can actually upgrade our city and get a whole lot more people until we actually start getting these computers built for them, because these people, even though they're working very hard, they like some entertainment and they like some computers, and I can't really blame them. If I were living down here on a planet, stranded on a spaceship where I was supposed to be going to a beautiful place, you can bet your bottom dollar I would absolutely love to have a computer to play with. So let's go ahead and get that built. Place in some iron mining drill thingies. I'm going to call these an iron mine until forever. It's just how it's going to be. Drop in some roads and connect that up to our factory district over here, and wire up some power. We have very efficient solar panels. They are set up so that they are self-cleaning. They have little windshield wiper blades on them. Very, very clever. And then we're going to actually use this new train module that we unlocked. And I have no idea how trains work, so we're going to figure it all out together here. So I'm going to plop down a train station about over here-ish. And then we're going to place another station a not so super long distance away. I'm only doing this because I really want to play with the trains. Let's see if we can get that aligned super perfectly. We're going to place that maybe about right here. And then I think we just have to take these train rails, and we have 8 lanes on each side, and I hope that that's going to be perfectly straight. Yes, it is. Beautiful. And we have to do it from there. And then we just need to connect each of these rails together. And allegedly, this will allow us to have super fast transport of large amounts of goods that will be a lot faster than what our cars could provide. And the other reason I'm doing this is because there's a lot of resources here on the west side of the map that I think I'm going to need to get for some future things. So I'm wanting to make sure that we can also drag in train lines from there. But coming over here, we're going to find a way to get our traffic. We got to go over this highway right here, and I'm going to try to make this somewhat practical. I don't know if we're going to be importing anything to this train station, so we can just kind of do this clicky thing here where the road looks, yeah, something like this. Yeah, that's the world's ugliest entrance ramp, but it doesn't matter because it doesn't matter for right now. It'll be okay. Just trust me. It'll be okay. It's okay if it's ugly. We only need one import right here. And then here near our computer factories, we really only need to have a road that export things for the time being, so we can just delete that and it'll be great. And before we can start building our computers, we actually need some aluminum. So we need to get ourselves a large aluminum mine, or aluminium, if you're one of our friends from across the pond over yonder. So we're going to go ahead and pop those down right here. And because this is so far away, we're going to pop down a train station here and have these also transported by rail. And after buying about 1 million more pieces of iron, we now have at least one rail going all the way over to our first track right here. So now the question remains, how do we make these train tracks work? So over here we have a train lines tab. So I'm guessing if we click on a train line here, and we can't give it more lines. So let's try that again. Add a train line. And then what do we do? Okay, so there's a plus button down here. We'll maybe click on this. Okay, so we have train station Gamma. And then I guess we just connect all the places we want it to go. So how about you go there, and it's red. Why is it red? All right, so I think I found the problem. It's right here. There's a piece of track that was illegally laid. I don't know how that happened, but we're gonna fix that. So let's just get rid of these little circles right here. And then, yeah, see, the track is just a mess. So we're gonna go ahead and re-add just a simpler station, connect that there, and then connect these all back together, and then we'll clean up the extra rail line. And with that, I think we have some trains. Let's go ahead and check this out over here. I've decided to get rid of the station over here. We'll just have trucks come down to this bottom station. I don't know. I think something was broken up here, but aluminum trucks are driving on down. And look at that. They have a route now in place. If we just click on this train station over here, I thought there was a train somewhere. No, I don't see one. Yeah, so there's trains going back and forth between these two stations. Now we just have to find out where those trains are that are delivering goods up to here. Oh, there one is right there. There is our first train line. He's going from Alpha to Beta to Delta, which is these two large stations are Alpha and Beta, and then Delta is that smaller one down there. So they're gonna complete the entire loop, go back and forth. I may end up creating two separate lines, but I only have two tracks over here right now, so that's gonna have to do. But we come over here to this, you can see resources are piling in with our aluminum and with our train lines. Go over here and maybe see if we can do that right now. We're gonna do this right now. We're gonna add a train line going from Beta to Delta over here, or maybe from Delta to Beta, and now those are blue, and we're just gonna add maybe 6 different train lines. That should be more than enough, I hope. So let's go ahead and close that, and I don't see any trains over here quite yet, but I think what we need to do is we need to add a way for them to loop back around, because otherwise those trains can't actually get back to where they're going, and I want them to have a rather quick stop. We'll see if that will be efficient shapes or not, but here we go. Here are trains coming out of the station. There's a couple right there. Oh, and they are quite piled up. Let's see, there's nothing on that train, but there's lots of things in here. So is there anything on you? I can't click on you yet. Nothing on that train. Why are my trains not filling up? Okay, I think it just took some time because this train, I finally found one. No, not that one. Where's the other one? This one right here. This one has aluminum in it. And there it is. It's not super full, but I think it has enough on it for us to finally start making computers so we can start upgrading our city. The entire game has been about getting aluminum to this train station so that we can get aluminum to start building computers. So first train is arriving. It's going to stop here at the station, and we should see a bunch of cars come out. Ooh, the trains are backing up. I hope that doesn't cause a problem. I really hope that doesn't cause a problem. Now, where are the cars? Cars should come out. Ah, here they are. Yes, there are our aluminum delivery trucks. They are driving around right here. Added some more factories, as you can see here, to make all the things we need. But they are now being delivered, and we have a little bit of a traffic jam. But I'm hoping that once these buildings get their incoming storage filled up, that the traffic will actually reduce a little bit and things will start to normalize. That's another thing I've noticed about this game that is actually really quite interesting. If you build a bunch of things like I do ahead of time, you get this large inflush of resources that are just trying to meet the demand, and then it sort of balances out a little bit like there. So I think probably a smarter way to play this game is to build what you need and then slowly expand it as resources come in, so you aren't flooded with a ton of resources. But I think if you build enough infrastructure, this works for now. But we have finally produced enough computers to start actually being transported to our city. So more aluminum is coming in here. We have a nice steady flow of computers ready for export. That train is gonna fly all the way over here. There are upgrades for this. I'm definitely gonna upgrade these rails as soon as I have it. But as you can see here, a little bit of a traffic jam because 3 lanes of traffic are trying to merge onto 1. I don't see any reason why we can't have that merge into 2. That should be more than sufficient here. But, oh, as you can see here, look, they're taking both lanes of the highway that are super unoptimized for some silly reason. And let's see if we can fix that. We want you to go that way, you to go that way too, you also to go that way, and then you can go here. And that will make it super easy to connect. So, great. So, now it's still broken. Oh, well. These roads are very poorly designed. Here, so cars are here, have computers. They are being unloaded to this road right here. I probably just need to make these maybe 2-lane roads instead of 3 lanes going onto a 2-lane. That would probably be the smart thing to do, huh? Let's go ahead and fix that real quick. And with that problem fixed, we now have a infrush of traffic of home appliances and computers being delivered. This interchange is working quite beautifully, but this one over here is not working so well. So we're gonna go ahead and fix that real quick. And hopefully if we just upgrade these to 2-lane roads instead of 1 lane, we will actually be able to have these supplies being delivered, and we can hopefully upgrade our city. And And I think the most efficient way to fix this problem is to simply make a express off-ramp so that people can actually get to where they need to go. So if we just prevent them from looping around here, and now that traffic should only go in one direction. And we upgraded to city level 4, and I think traffic actually seems to be flowing pretty smoothly here. This interchange has a little bit of a problem with now the inrush of new people coming in on our pink station wagons, but it seems like things are holding up pretty well. The interchange works fine. It's all the ways to get onto the interchange that are the problem. So I think what I'll probably need to do is just make some express ramps. Actually, maybe slow this traffic down just a little bit and make it a little bit slower. But after much careful design, deliberation, and extremely cautious planning, we finally are right back to where we started with less than an episode ago. It's so much worse now. All of these vehicles trying to deliver computers and our stuff's now downgrading. The highways are backed up, the interchanges are all backed up, everything's all backed up, and it's because of this little city street right here. These two little city streets are backing up miles and miles of highway. So I think that's where I'm going to call it for this episode. I have spent a lot of work trying to get all of this to work right, and clearly I've done something wrong. And I think the problem is actually with our city design that we have right here. I think this simple grid pattern coming off the highway just doesn't work. It's too much like downtown Chicago, and I think that's probably what the problem is. So what I'm going to do is call it here for tonight and redesign what this city should look like so it is a much more efficient shape and also allows traffic to flow in and out of it without coming to screeching halts like this. This would be the worst place to live in the world with all this traffic. But like I said, that's going to be it for me today. Thank you so much for watching. If you are enjoying this series, please consider liking and subscribing and leaving a comment down below so I can hear what you have to say. If you have any ideas how to fix this, please let me know, because I am wildly stabbling at the dark because I'm not a highway engineer. But again, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next episode. Goodbye.